know some have issues with people recording video in public. Yes, public. Public places. Outdoors. Outside of our home. In public. Most forget it's a charter-protected right to do so. Well, you can't stop nobody from making a video. You can't ask them to stop recording. You can't demand them to stop recording. You can't tell them to stop recording. And you also cannot use the accusation of stalking to stop them from recording. Because if they're not explicitly following you around everywhere, right to your home, and sitting in their car or whatever, outside your home, and waiting for every chance to record you, that is stalking. So, alright, that put out of the way. When I record time lapses, I usually do not have a predefined route. It's usually aware. So, and some of these time lapses I do are actually just visuals. Yes, visuals for a musical composition or an ambient soundtrack. Because if you're watching something on YouTube, for example, besides just listening to it in audio form, you want a visual, right? You don't always want a static image or a static text that's just in place of the video, because you can't just upload audio there, unless it's a podcast. But I don't do podcasts, so or maybe in the future I might. I may start putting audio of music on YouTube, but I'm just mentioning just one video site. I use many more, so that's a non-issue. And the other ones don't support audio only. Maybe one day they will, but in all honesty, if I'm recording a time lapse and you just so happen to be on the same exact route I'm taking before it can last at least maybe 10, 20, or 30 kilometers or more, as when I did the Blue Danforth fiasco. That was fun. Tough shit. If I'm going along that route and I'm recording a time lapse for a great long distance, which you end up seeing only a few minutes of it in length, it often takes me hours to produce it. Hours of a commute just to produce that time lapse, unless I'm just sitting still and recording clouds flying over the sky, or a sunrise to sunset, which I probably never will do because that takes far too long, and I would have to have the entire day available to do so. And if you're wondering, I'm not the kind of person that likes to sit around all day and, wait for the sun to set and rise. And I don't have a clear visual of that. So, I'm not going to be sitting in the field all day for that to happen. So, I'm more of an in-motion type of time-lapse producer. And, that's just one of many hobbies I have. So, if you happen to be along the same route I'm going and traveling when I'm recording a time-lapse, either with a rig or the camera mounted on the handlebars, which preferably I also do, if it's small enough, tough shit. And you can't stop me from recording a time-lapse. You can't tell me to stop recording, because I won't. It's protected by the Charter. Section 2 of the Charter. If you got a problem with the Charter, if you got a problem with people recording in public, of themselves or others in a public place, you should know that there is no reasonable expectation of privacy in a public place. Absolutely none. You're in public. You're outside. It doesn't matter. And the law isn't going to cater to your feelings. No. If you're going to make baseless accusations like that of stalking, the law is going to require you to provide proof that you have been stalked by that individual. Concrete proof. And if you cannot provide that proof, it's going to be tossed out. Or you could get in trouble for filing a false police report. That's another problem. And that's on you if you do make that mistake. Well, if you do it intentionally, yeah, it's gonna backfire on you. Yeah, and I don't feel like pulling that section of the criminal code up to watch it, because I didn't take my phone with me. It's in the other room, and I'm not going to lug a laptop here and place it next to the camera to look it up, but it's good enough to say it carries a lengthy prison sentence, and I don't think it's worth that. So, all in all, if you got a problem with people recording in public, well, maybe you shouldn't be out in public. Or, oh gosh, this goes right to extremes. Maybe you should move to a non-democratic country which does not have said rights. That may be a better option for you, to where nobody is allowed to bring a camera out in public, and photography is outright banned, and videography included. Yes, recording video. It's outright banned. Yeah, that's a bit harsh to tell you to move, but that's just another option, and you can factor that in yourself. But yeah, telling somebody to stop recording a time lapse or anything else, that's a no-no. You can't do that. I wouldn't tell you to stop recording if I saw you recording something, or anything for that matter. It works both ways. I don't stalk people, and I don't expect you to do the same thing, because, you know, you can get in trouble for that, and that's not good. Alright, well, that's it for this video. If you got a problem with this video, follow the instructions below in the description, and have a great day. Thank you for watching, and feel free to subscribe. Cheers.